Hi guys, I'm glad you're all here. Thank you very much for joining me. At 4:21 a.m. there was a magnitude 4.0 earthquake. Let me bring this back out. About 4.3 miles from Big Pine, California. There's a lot of activity and things that go on here. This is the central part of the Walker Lane seismic zone, which takes up, I believe, about 25% of the stress of the Earth movement, the North American plate moving kind of southwest, where the San Andreas fault takes up about 75% of the stress. Here drawn out, let's see, we got red, which curves up around and close to that 4.0 earthquake. That's the Round Valley fault system. That fault system is capable of having a magnitude 6.7 or larger within this area. And let me bring it out a little farther. This is also close to the Round Lake volcanic system. The Walker Lane fault system, drawn out in blue, we got it over here on the left and over here on the right. It's actually a very wide area. I could not get any of these seismic monitors to work. Got one here, CI, CWC, got another one down here. Yeah, they're all offline. Convenient. Also close to here, we got the town of Bishop. This 4.0 is probably the largest earthquake that's been in this area in quite a while. Alright, so here we have the 4.0, and then up over here we got Mono Lake. About 64 miles northwest a little bit as the crow flies. The Long Valley Mono Lake area has numerous faults. 5 of these faults or fault zones are considered capable of producing a magnitude 6.7 earthquake. That is according to the Uniform California Earthquake Rupture Forecast version 2. That was in 2007. These 5 faults are the Fish Slough, Hartley Springs, Hilton Creek, Mono Lake, Round Valley faults. And it says, in this report, an earthquake scenario is intended to depict the potential consequence of significant earthquakes. A scenario earthquake is not necessarily the largest or most damaging earthquake possible on a recognized fault. So you guys could have a larger one in that area. In 1980, there was an earthquake swarm, including 4 of a magnitude 6 earthquake that produced intensive surface rupture and widespread rockfalls, causing property damage and injuries. With continuing volcanic unrest and regional tectonic activity, medium to large earthquakes are likely to continue in the region. And they have a map showing Mono Lake, Long Valley Caldera, and let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Let me bring it down. Going back to Google Earth, here we have Round Valley, okay? And then down here is where that recent earthquake occurred. Originally, they had it as above sea level, about 1 mile above sea level. They now have revised it to a magnitude 3.9 and have placed it 5.1 miles below sea level. There's also been 2 other earthquakes. Let me bring this in a little bit. A 2.8 that occurred today. Now that one was 1.8 miles below sea level, and a 2.5, 3.8 miles below sea level. USGS gave it an intensity level of 4, which means it was felt indoors by many, outdoors by a few. At night, some people may have been woken up, while I got one report on EMSE that it did wake them up. Dishes, windows, doors were rattling, automobiles rocking noticeably. I wonder if the 36 people that sent in the reports were woken up. EMSE said it was a magnitude 3.5. Like I said, I can't download the data, so I can't confirm if it was that size, larger, or smaller. One report from Lone Pine says it woke them up. It was loud. Here on the Moment Tensor Ball, the first wave of the earthquake came from the south. The fault line looks like it moved a little northeast. And here's the felt reports. We got one we got one all the way over here by Sacramento. Las Banas. Where else we got here? Cathy's Valley. Fresno. Do we have anything else farther out? I don't know why that one's white. They got that one in white. Redley. Okay, let's zoom in. Okay, this would be Big Pine. Or Bishop. Oh, Bishop. Okay, we got 20 people sending reports from Bishop. Intensity level 4. So, if any of you from Bishop are watching, did it wake you up? Do you have damage? So that would be almost about 12.5 miles to the north. Another one a little bit farther northwest of Bishop. Intensity level 2. And another one. Yeah, farther out. I like it when people send in reports to EMSE. USGS does not put on there exactly, doesn't put anything about what people felt. So more than likely, this one here, 20 responses, yeah, it woke them up and then they heard it. All right, going back to the map, you can see here we got an orange line drawn out. This looks like this one mountain here. Let me show you. Right there. And the orange lines are Holocene, which means these are new faults within the time frame of man. Modern. All right, going back to Google Earth. Here we have Interstate 168, which is also drawn out on this map. Yeah, look at all these small faults within that area. Yeah, look at that. Liquefaction zones are seen in a broad area in the junction of U.S. routes 6, 395, and 168, and extend into a stream valley along these highway. Potential liquefaction zones are seen north and northwest of Greely Lake, and then it talks about the sediment potential for liquefaction in an earthquake scenario underlined. U.S. Route 395 west of Greely Lake in Round Valley, and in the northern valley, northern Owens River Valley, excuse me. And let's bring this down. So they got it. All the green, let me make this bigger. All the green is area of liquefaction. All right, make it a little bit bigger for you if I can. And then the red would be areas for landslides. So going back to Google Earth. Yeah, Big Pine. Yeah, your houses are in an area where the ground could turn into quicksand. So going to Google Earth. Oh, that's not good. It looks like stone and brick masonry school, Big Pine school over here. Okay, let's look on the other side of the road. See, wooden structures would hold up much better. But if you got a foundation that has the possibility of collapsing. And looks like this is a fireplace. They only drove down the main road. Let me exit the street view. Yeah, they only drove down the main street. You can see that. So to do a Google Earth view. Yeah, I would be really concerned about the elementary children in these schools if they ever do have a large earthquake in this location. I wonder if they've checked the local buildings for cracks maybe. Yeah, I was hoping I could zoom in on this building, but I can't. Yeah, what are your thoughts? Please put your thoughts and comments down below. Did it wake you up? If so, let us know. Please stay safe. Did you know that this area was capable of having such large earthquakes, and that this area is capable of having, ground failure turning to quicksand? Please stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.